Hi everyone, it is great to be here again. Merry Christmas and Merry Holiday. We'll be having a lot of holiday at this period. Happy holiday to everyone that is watching all over the world. We appreciate you on Entrepreneur Diary because we appreciate that everybody wants to learn how to build new businesses, how to build a better years ahead. And it's amazing that we are bringing the right people around the world who are doing an amazing job to tell their story and to influence us in general so that we can learn from them, from their experience and also their mistake and what they've done very well around the world. Today we have a great guy in the luxury industry when it comes to wine, when it comes to spirit, when it comes to drink. This guy is really amazing. He's done a lot of fantastic work. You hear from him it, and when you talk of influence in terms of luxury business, you got Temitayo on the board. He's the MD and Group CEO of Booze. Hi Temitayo, how are you doing today?
Hi, Samuel. Merry Christmas and happy holiday season.
Yeah, thank you so much. Also, guys, today is gonna be amazing. We're doing our first broadcast from London, Rise, created by Barclays, to give this wonderful interview to you. We are going global. We're trying to see how we can bring people around the world for your benefit. And that's why we have chosen a very good location to help you get the best experience on the entrepreneur diary and a session with Sam. So we have a session with Sam. This is the last session we're going to have in this year. Guys, we need to know where you're calling from. I see some people are clapping. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I see some people are coming online, making some comment. That's a great one. Please let's know where you're calling from. Let's know where you are joining from. And if you have any question for Temidayo, I don't want us to finish with Temidayo and now we start asking for questions. If you have anything you want to drop, quickly drop it now. We are monitoring your questions and we'll see how we can address as many as possible. Temidayo, let the other guests to know you. Welcome again.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening from Africa, West Africa to be precise. So I'm Temidayo Kafaru. I'm the Group Managing Director and CEO of Booze.ng. Booze.ng, as you can see, I'm a very I'm a very versatile sales expert with a proven record of over 2 decades. And I would say I'm very successful in the wine and spirit space, especially the luxury wine and spirit space. So I think more of my proven records in terms of developing, executing strategies, sales, and driving revenue growth is very key for me. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Timida. Timida, the good thing why I brought you on is because the amazing job you're doing in the industry and the way you are even influencing your space and doing amazing thing. And I wanted to see how we can eat some important things and that people can learn because it's sometimes when I see people who have capacity to transist from being an employee to owning their company and doing amazing thing. And I feel very bad that people are not really taking those bold steps and determination. And I also feel very bad when people have capacity to create change and they're not creating those right change and to influence their environment. Because I need to be honest with you, it's not everybody that can make this great change. But as much as you know within you that you have the capacity and you are not doing creating those change and those businesses you need to create and influencing your immediate and globally, it's it's not a good thing because it's like having a resources and you're not using them. So Temina, I'm really impressed with what you're doing from starting from
Thank you very
working for
much.
people, leading for people, and now running your own thing. So it's the
Yeah.
kind of profile we are looking for all the time. So what I want to ask you is that I remember vividly how you were able to position some key brand, key products, taking over the market within a short time. Can you tell us a strategy on how to position a product in the market with an intention to take over the market?
Yeah. Yes, I think the first step in every business is planning. Yeah, and when there's proper planning and proper strategy, you get it right. So in the beat of my business, my journey, I would say, from lead drop, where I was working as the national on trade and off trade feed manager in Nigeria, covering pan Nigeria. Then there was this product that was our baby that just came in. A lot of people were just not really keen into the product, and the product was the single malt whiskey by name Glenfiddich. We started by ensuring people have a taste of it. We go to places, we go to lounges, we go to restaurants, we go to events. We even offer to give them free of charge because we want them to taste it. It's called a wet lip sampling, and when we give them to taste, we don't mix it. We just give them straight. Now they have a taste of it. Some will still tell us they don't want it. They don't want to taste. They don't want to try. They just want the products that they are used to. But we were consistent and we never relent. We ensure we push. And at the end of the day, the brand today is the biggest and highest selling brand in Nigeria in the single malt space. I can tell you
Wow.
for free.
Wow.
And yes,
From that
it's the
story, let me
biggest
take
right
you on
now.
that story. Let me take you on that story. At the
Yeah.
point where a lot of people are building products, and initial stage when they get to the market and they are being pushed back, some people just give up, just feel that, or some people try to maybe modify or change the product and all of that. What gave you this conviction to keep pushing the market and to a point where there was a turnaround?
Yeah, the convention actually, I would say, is actually from the team. I have a very good team, and with my team, I'm very convinced. And with Ledrop, the force is very strong, and we just need to push further because one of the problems with Africa, especially Nigeria, is parallel products. So parallel products mean products that are not made for the market, and the counterfeit means the products that are fake. So one thing that is driving us is to ensure people drink right, drink responsibly, and also buy right and buy from the main source. So we never relent because Let Drop is like an institution. So the force, the team were always very solid, always ready to work. I would even say I'm a work in progress, and I'm still work in progress. And the
What
motivation is
or did you
me
use any
pushing.
kind of sorry to cut you? Did you use any kind of influencer? Do you have to use influencer? Do you have to get maybe some outside marketing? I want to know how you were able to crack that market, because I know the way the market could be tough when people are already.
No, no, Nigerian market is the hardest in Africa to crack because Nigeria, we are over 200 million people in West Africa, and we are very, very tough people. So the opportunities in Nigeria is way bigger than every other part of Africa because there are a lot of opportunity based on the numbers. So now, how did we do it? One, we partner with some influencers. So we strategically partner with some influencers, and the influencers were intentional. So in Nigeria we have different tribes, but the main tribe that people know are the Igbo, the Yoruba, and the Hausas. So what we did is this: we know if we penetrate the eastern markets, we will capture a very big, huge numbers, and we don't want to cannibalize our own market share. So we rather want to expand and key into other places so we can get new business. So what we did is we spread the team across Nigeria. So each brand manager, sales manager, area managers, they have promo team with them. So we give them free bottles. They spread across Nigeria. When someone is doing in the east part of Nigeria, another person is activating in west, another person is activating in south and north. So it's like a 360. We're not resting. So at the end of the day, the influencers we use from the eastern region are very aggressive and deliberate. So they
Wow.
have very good social media presence. Then we now pick another influencers from the south who also have a very good social media presence. Then we pick another influencers from the west who also have a good social media presence. Then we pick another influencers from the north. So we've covered like all parts of Nigeria. We're not looking at profitability then. We are looking at growing the brand for desirability. Because if we are putting profitability before desirability, it's not going to be sustainable.
So
But we
basically, it's
need,
more of
yeah,
pushing the brand acceptance before profit.
yes,
So
acceptability,
before profit.
yes,
Okay.
acceptability before profitability.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing. I think you have an advantage even before you join Nero because legwork. Because don't forget the fact that even getting this influencer when a product is new might not be that. So what was the strategy or what was the negotiation strategy to get the right influencer on board even when the company is just introducing new business, new product?
Okay, what we did is this. The first step is I've been in the business for over 2 decades. Then I would say a decade and a half. I started with Planet One Hospitality, where we had the first West African Idol event. West African Idol is a big event, of course. Then we actually did the first one where we have talent like Omowumi and Timi Dakolo won the project. Then I was really involved and in charge of that particular project. So I get to meet a lot of celebrities, I get to meet a lot of people and all of this. So I've been building contact gradually, but I was very patient and consistent. So what pays me is patience and consistency. Everywhere I work, I never negotiate salary. When you tell me what you want to pay, I look at it like, okay, fine, it's good. Let's go. Because I believe in proving myself than what you want to give me. So I was building a lot of contact, a lot of goodwill, because it's important in life. You need to build contact, you need to build goodwill before you look at what you gain. So what helped us when I was in Ledrop was the contact also that I build in line with what the company have. We have a strong team. I would say I'm the weakest in the team. Maybe I'm opportune to be the head of the team at Pan Nigeria, but my team were really very strong. Trust me.
Wow,
Like
wow. One thing,
everybody was doing well.
wow, wow. The thing that really amazed me, the way you were able to build a sustainable relationship, even while you were working in the brand promotional space before you move into the drink industry, and how you were able
Yeah,
to translate that relationship. So it means that relationship is key. What it means that
yeah,
sustaining those relationships is really, really key, and that's what has
yeah,
helped you to your
yeah.
next level when you join leg work, and that is
Lead
really
drop,
leg work.
lead drop.
Oh, leg drop,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, lead
that is
drop.
really amazing how you were able to pull that string. It's really, really amazing, and I tell a lot of people that the value of your network will determine your next startup. If you have built a
Yeah,
good relationship with people when you're starting a new company, you can leverage on that, and that is why I said don't play with your relationship at all point. Another thing I want to ask you is that aside the fact that these people were you were doing that, how were you able to get the brand everywhere? Is it still the same model in such a way? Because I remember the time you guys
Yeah,
sponsored one of our programs. I remember clearly when you guys sponsored
yes,
one of our
yeah,
programs with some thousands of dollars when we were doing this
yeah,
growth startup. Uh,
yeah,
we couldn't go ahead when I think I had COVID. I can remember
yeah,
very very very
yeah,
very bad experience. You know,
yeah.
so if
That-
I remember vividly if you go virtually everywhere, it was all your brand. It was all your brand, and it was that strong. I believe. Will you say is because of you are setting a very good brand that has a strong uh track record from wherever they are coming from, or is it because your team was strong, or is it because there was a strategy, or the brand itself from the source before localizing this brand was it that strong already?
yeah, I'm first and first. You need to believe in your team. That is number one. Then what works for me is relationship. I'll give you an instance. From Let Drop in LVMH, and when I Middle East and Africa is what we're covering because we were covering Middle East and Africa. And when I joined, the first thing they told me was, um, "What can you offer this company?" And my answer was simple. I'm like, "Okay, you guys have done everything. I don't know what else you want me to do, but I want to ask a question. Where have you not conquered?"
Hmm.
That's the thing. Where have you not conquered? And they're like, "Okay." I said, "Have you conquered the South South? Have you been to Benin? Have you been to Warri? Have you been to Asaba? Have you been to Ugeli? Have you been to Agbo? Have you been to Onisha? Have you
Hmm.
been to Sapele?" And they're like, "Not really." Then I said, "That's where I want to go." So if you look at it from that part, I now went to this area. I went to these places. I started building relationship, leveraging on the relationship I have built already from Ledrop, from Planet One, from even when I was with Nigerian Chambers of Commerce USA. I was building relationship with people, and most of these people are from this region. Guess what happened? We were able to position the Moet Hennessy brand in this area as number one. Trust me. In
Wow.
Sapele, then every other brand, every other brand were at a point nowhere because everybody speak the brand. Then we now moved to Warri. We conquered Warri. We conquered Asaba. Like this, so we're
Wow.
positioning the brand strategically in these areas. But
Wow.
imagine if I'd leveraged on what they've done already. That's me not adding value to the company. And I like a very competitive space. I like to, I like to get more. I like to do more for the company than I get. I want to do more. So it is the is the desire for me that I have this strong desire for success. So what pushed me all the time is to go to where I know there is a huge challenge to put this brand out there. That's where I want to be. So, and I'm very proud and happy that I was able to establish Moet Hennessy products brand in this region, and is a good remark before I left and established form Booze.ng. So the push for me, and it's not just about me. Like I said, also, it's still about the team because without my team, I'm not sure we'll be able
So
to get
all the
that
so
level
quick
of
one. I want
success.
to tap you. I think in all of these that you're doing, the first important thing in business is a team
Yeah.
before
Yes.
anything. Yeah, I
Yes.
also want to ask you, will you say, because you guys came very heavily into the market, will you say funding
Yeah.
was also very important?
Funding is very important, like I would say to people, but funding is not the most ultimate. Because before you go seek for fund, the question you need to ask yourself, put yourself in that shoe. Now flip the coin, flip the table. If you were in that position, would you want to invest in something you do not understand? So this is my question always. Before I speak to an investor, before I talk to a partner, before I go to anyone, I always ask myself the
So what is
question.
more important? So what is more important in this journey?
In this journey, what is more important? I will tell you. One, be honest with your proposer. A lot of people just go to the internet, they just pick, write up, edit it, add numbers that that doesn't correlate or interpret or define what they want to sell. So at the end of the day, they just have very beautiful presentation and all that. But the person listening to you is not about the presentation. It's trying to listen to see if the figures will add up. Now, if the figures are not adding up with your fancy presentation, with all the effort you put in, you're going nowhere. So what I would advise people is be very honest, be very modest, and be very realistic. That real fact, the real part is the key factor. So when you want to do a proposal, you need an investor, you want to meet with these people, you need to go very clean. You need to say, I want to sell this. I want to open a drink shop. And in this drink shop, I want to use this location. Put the address, say the location. And I've spoken with these people. This is the rent. This is the amount for the rent. And this is the amount for the agency fee, agreement, and whatnot, other fees. Any hidden charges, say it. I've not gotten a liquor license, but I'm working hard to get it. Don't say I have gotten it. Just be
Hmm.
honest in your journey. I'm trying to get a liquor license. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. Be honest.
Hmm.
Then come back to your figure to say, I believe with your fund, we would make this revenue in this time. And when you're doing it, instead of saying you will make um, maybe 9 figures, right? You can just come and say, we can do 6 figures in the next 2 years. However, with consistency, we will grow to 9 figures. And from there, we'll grow to 12 figures. So, but when you come to say, we're going to do 12 figures, we're going to do this, these people, they didn't make money overnight. They made money through due process. So you can't just come and say things that will not resonate well with their thought process. They won't support you.
Wow, that is really, 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 really amazing. Another thing I want to ask is because this industry is very large and a lot of people are really missing you know what in this your industry, how you define franchising? Because I know some people will say they have franchise they are franchise companies, some people say they are agencies, some people say they are distributors and all of that. I know yeah, you were talking to Zido on how to see how we can bring in more deal to African market. But I want to know how will you, because a lot of people are listening, they don't even know the difference between franchising, agency, and distributorship and all of that. They look similar. To how will you differentiate them for
Yeah, I
people
think
who want to be into supply chain, who want to go into supply chain, want to go into similar concept?
okay. So I think for me, the franchise is I would say the franchisees are the B2B, the business to business um, direct access that have the license to sell the products in Nigeria solely. That's why they are the franchisee. The agency, I would say, is same as the distributor because they play on the same level. So the distributor have a deal with the franchisees to say, I'm going to be distributing the products you have the franchise for in Nigeria. I have the channel to sell your products. So give me a tier 8 distributorship. So that means the distributors are not buying from the franchisees. So the franchisees are the owner's representative in a country. Yes. So why the distributor have nothing to do with the owner of the product? They only distribute under the franchisees.
Wow. So like in your own case, with what you're doing right now, what you're doing, and you're moving so fast, I see that you're using a lot of technology to create a new experience in this industry.
Yeah.
So what do you aim to achieve? What do you aim to achieve?
Yeah, I believe so much in technology. To me, I believe the world is a global village that we're moving so fast, and tech is everything. So I believe you don't have to stress yourself when you want to buy, or you want to drink, you want to organize a party, a celebration, festive, whatever it is you want to do. Let the service be seamless. Just pick up your phone, go to the app, go to the Play Store, make the order online, and you get it fast. So from our end, what we do is even our riders, our dispatchers, we ensure they have like the up-to-date mobile phones where they can also be updated, get an alert instantly. And when we say we're delivering to you, we're giving you time, real time. And everybody know, the dispatcher is aware, I'm aware, the managers are aware, and we are monitoring, we're tracking what is going on. If anything goes wrong on the way, we send another dispatch rider, we apologize immediately, and we take it there. And all these things are being possible with technology.
Wow.
So yeah, so these are part of the old thing. Even in our store, there are a lot of places you go to. We don't do normal pricing where you see the price on the bottles. We don't do it. So we believe in once you pick a bottle, there is a scanning stuff there close to you. Just scan it. You know the price. If you don't want, drop it. Move to the next one. So that's the whole idea, because tech is very key in our business.
Wow.
It's very, very important. So that's where we're taking it to. We're taking it to another level where we want customers to be very happy. You can't sell luxury and you're not rendering luxury service.
Wow. So is that so what how we define when somebody says luxury? No, luxury is really a very big word. We keep hearing luxury. So how will you define luxury in your own words?
No, in my own word, luxury to me, I would call it convenient. Yeah, I would say luxury is convenient, because a luxury is not about the price, it's about the convenience. So to us in Booze.ng, every customers, everybody walking into the physical store online, we define it. Like if you go to the we introduce something on our website, right? When you click on Booze.ng, it will show you three options. The first is luxury, the second is prestige, and the third is open market. Sometimes I go to open market myself to buy. So I put it there. So there is no need for you to go to the open market or go to not start going to all those places. Just click on any of the three links. But if you go to other website for liquor stores, maybe they don't see it like it's necessary to do it. But to me, we thought everything through due process, and we want everything to be seamless. So if you're going for luxury brands, you know it's high end. So that means the first thing you do, you just go to luxury. And when you go to luxury, it's convenient because you cannot start picking what you want, as against going and start filtering and going through those stress. To us, we're not rendering luxury service.
But in terms of, you see, I noticed something. I remember those days when the Zazu, I don't know all the name of those big, those drinks that are very expensive. That when they are bringing it, how you get, and they'll be fired and they'll be some, you know, you know, aside the experience, the packaging, in terms of the content, what makes it luxurious?
Yeah, content-wise, I would say, I give it to the Europeans, I give it to the Asians, I give it to the Americans. Africans, we are very, very good in consumption. We're big on consumption, very big on consumption. But our taste palette, we are not strong on palette tasting. So we don't actually make our decision based on our palette. So we make our decision based on influence, trend. So we follow trend. So when the drink comes out, everybody just want to have a taste of it. Not they just want to drink. They just want to show off. So they are not taking the drink because it have a particular taste. But if you go to other part of the world, they take drink by the taste, the age, and how it's helps, how it defines and resonates with their body system. But in Nigeria, we don't care about that. We're just happy people. We just want to drink. We just want to be happy.
Wow.
we don't even,
Wow.
we can in Nigeria,
it's about the trend. It's actually for, so you see.
No, in Africa, it's about the trend. It's about the trend.
So that means when we talk about pushing this brand, we have to influence the brand.
Yeah.
Because it's now starting to be more of the brand, how powerful the brand, the influence of the brand. So what it basically is that we could leverage on other brands to reposition this brand. Because if the brand is well positioned, regardless of the taste, people will buy. Is that what you're saying?
Of course. Yeah. That's what's selling in Africa. Everywhere in Africa, they follow trend. So only few people, now the few people are the ones that understand the taste and they know what they want. So when they come to you, say, I want a single malt and I want this age. And that is it. Some will tell you, I want cognac and I want it, I just want my cognac smooth. Some will come to you and tell you they want this particular wine, and that is what they want. But the majority of Nigerians and Africa, and that's where everybody make the money from, are the ones that don't even care about how it tastes, where it's from, and they just want to have good time. They just want to be the highlight of the event. So that's why we created Booze.ng to keep telling stories. So every taste, when you walk in, we are all storytellers. We tell you how this drink came to Nigeria, the taste. We ask you a lot of questions. What are your allergies? Then we advise you based on your age. We ask you, how old are you? You tell us, we advise you, what do you think of this drink? And what do you think about this? What do you think about? We suggest. So we do mostly suggestive selling. It's not just about the money for us. So we suggest to them, we tell them good stories, we educate them about the brands and the drinks. We also advise them on what not to mix with. So, and that's what we do to all our staffs.
So basically,
so you're
you're personalizing you actually help them personalize their taste.
Yes, because
So
they
you
need
buy
to
them.
know.
You know the
Yeah.
funny thing about Booster is be honestly, like let's be frank. You know, if you see all these big tech companies all over the world, in the UK, in US, they are all storyteller. So
Yeah.
they are storyteller, and that's where the magic starts. How you
Yeah.
define your story, how you tell your story,
Yeah.
the way you, you,
Yeah.
you go around telling your story, the strategy,
Yeah.
and that's the magic. That's where the magic starts from, because that's where you
Yeah.
begin to engrave your brand in the heart of the people. So it's amazing
Yeah.
that you guys can uh, imbibe this act of storytelling even on real
Yeah.
time as people walk in and out of that. You know, you know, it's really impressive the way you are changing the drink industry and the way you are trying to bring this startup concept into it. It's really amazing. Another thing I want to ask you, in because honestly speaking, how you were able to launch and build this fast within a short time. Can you tell me five major things? I say five, okay, because I want people to really learn from your interview. You're a busy man, and I want to make sure that we have many thousand subscribers on the Entrepreneurial Diary, and we'll
Okay.
see how we can cover some good story from this. We want everybody to benefit from it because that's the essence of it. When people like you are making impact, we want to see how more people can get those information and use it right and become also financially viable in their own space. So I want to ask you, in building, the first thing is this, and it's a big concern for me. Okay,
Yeah.
uh, and I'm using it as an example and as a role model to a lot of people that who cares to listen. And if you are here, you have somebody that is already in business and hoping to launch their own business, and whatever reason they've not been able to do that, you need to share this video, this live with them, and you can share with as many people as possible. Because I wanted to tell her, because I know the way he moved from a very successful company. Let me give you an example. It's like somebody moving from Google, moving from Microsoft, and starting a new business that is almost at the same par, at the same time. And there are so many people like that that really are working now, and they are not leveraging on their network. Sometimes I talk to people in other companies, they don't even care so much. They don't even care about you. They don't even care about the customer because they feel that, well, it's not my company. They don't realize that one day they're going to start their own business. They don't realize that they don't realize they need those. No, look at the way me and you met. You were working with another company. That's how we met.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying this is that a lot of people, they are working in very good companies all over the world, and they get carried away. They don't have a growth plan. They don't want exit strategy, and they're not taking the position to strategically build right network that will help them transform. Because whether you like it or not, you have to move on some way. You have to figure it out. So what I wanted to do for me is to look at the five important things that people who want to navigate, they have very good jobs, they're doing well, but they really want to start their own business. But they are really worried about, what of the risk, what of this, what are the strategies that people can begin to put in place so that by the time they eventually put their mind together to launch, they can launch in a successful ventures of business, of startup, or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Thank you. So the thing I would say is the five things I would say: one, consistency, and two, understanding what you want to sell, which is understanding what you're going into. Because you cannot come and sell a product that you don't even understand. You cannot do a business that you don't understand. So after understanding it, I keep telling my team, I said the third one is to be passionate and love what you are doing. You see, wine and spirits, I'm very passionate about it. I love it. I love my job. I love it. So you must be in love with that business. I'm in love with my business. So when I come, if I see something that is not going right, I would take the mop myself. I would clean it. If I see something that is not okay, I would dust it. Because why? I'm driven. You must be driven by passion, love, and consistency. And the fourth one, don't always put money in front of everything. When you think you put money in the front of everything, that's the beginning of your failure. So the first, always think of how I'm going to build this brand. Build it by yourself without money. Build it and say to yourself, this is it. Once you can say that, then the next person, your investor, will not even hesitate. Your partners will not even hesitate. But once you don't believe, you don't even have confidence in what you want to sell, what you want to push to people, you don't even love it. Because when you're talking, you need to speak from the passionate point. It's a relationship. You are in relationship with the idea. You are in a relationship with the business. You are in a relationship with your objective. And it's a good relationship. So first, you need to love it. You speak it when you sleep. You speak it when you wake up. You speak it every moment you're talking about it, to the extent where you start developing a lot of goals under it. Objective, aim, this. You just put bullet points. You start developing everything by yourself. Why? Because you're driven by passion. And when you're going to when you're going to the investors or the partners, be patient. Be patient with them. They are not your brothers, they are not your family, they are not your cousins. Always have it in mind that I will be rejected for no reason. Then try again. Put it in your mind, I will be rejected again. Then try again. Until the right person sees it, and they will accept you. And when they accept you genuinely. So don't use influence to get an investor. When you use influence to get an investor, there will be chaos. Because your investor also needs to be passionate about what you're doing. They need to key into it with love. So if they key into it with the goal of they just want to make money, they'll be putting pressure on you every second, every minute. That you need to start bringing profitability.
So basically, before you even go jumping with investor, they will be as passionate as you are.
You must be passionate about it. You must love it. I love Booze.ng. I love everything I'm doing. I love this section. I love the fact that I'm able to communicate it. So to me, it's the passion. It's not just selling. It's a passion. It's my lifestyle. I can talk to tomorrow. I will wake up midnight. I'll be checking my drinks. These are my babies.
Wow.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and how you turn this industry into something very structured. Because those days we used to know that people just go buy and sell, but the way you institutionalize this and you put it into structure is quite remarkable. Another thing I wanted you to tell us is, now a lot of people want to go into a business, okay? They want to do, and they need to position their brand. See, these people might not be into the spirit and all of that industry, might not be in similar industry, but it is good when you create a brand that is well positioned, okay?
Yeah.
Let's assume now you have a younger you you want to start a business, and the business, let's assume you don't even know anybody, you're starting from point zero, and you know you need some level of influence to reposition your brand in with the little money that you can come by from family and friends. How will you advise that company to go by positioning their brand?
Now, the first thing I would say is they need to consider one word. How do I create desirability? Because when people don't desire your business, when people don't desire what you're doing, when people don't desire, in fact, anything you're doing, how would these people even believe in it? So the first step to me, I would say, one, after loving the business, create what they call brand desirability. Being different field, different aspects, there must be desirability where people would say, without your brand, they can't do anything else. They would desire it.
So
And when they start desiring,
how do we
no,
achieve that desirability? How do we go
no,
achieve that?
constant brand building, constant brand education, educate yourself, brand building, position yourself, create the slightest thing. First, make a logo. It seems ordinary, it seems small. Create a logo. In creating this logo, ask yourself a question. Do I want to play in the luxury space? Do I want to play in the prestige? Do I want to play in the open market? So the open market can be referred to the FMCG, right? Now, when you look at it in these three categories, you will now look at your own self, your capacity, and you will say, you know what, let me start building first from this, then I will move to the next, and I will move to the next. So, but in this movement, from everything you're doing, from the fonts that you're using to write your emails, to the logo, to the colors, and everything must be thoroughly scrutinized by your team. Here again, you cannot do it alone. So your team will look at it, and you must have a meaning. Every font must have a meaning. Why are you using this font? Then you not create what they call the brand guideline. So in doing so, you're creating a brand guideline where would the brand guideline will guide the business on how it should be positioned out there, how the logo should be used, how the business should be positioned, what font should be used. If they go to your website, they see your website, when they see your building structure, even if you don't have a building, when they come into your office, let the colors be the same. You will see people have good business. They would paint the color pink, which is very, very beautiful, no doubt. Then they will go out there, their complimentary card will carry green.
No brand
Now,
consistency.
there is no brand consistency. Now, what is the green for? Maybe the green actually means something, but how do people relate with green and pink? But when they come to your place, they come to your office, the office is pink, and you're giving them a business card, and the business card is pink or touch of pink, it's very easy to understand. And they go to your website also have a lot of touch of pink. So there must be consistency to create desirability. Then the next thing is service. No matter how small your business is, whether it's a roadside business, whether it's a business you're doing in a bigger scale or medium scale, you must put service as a key factor. Bad service can ruin your business, and good service can also bring more customers to you. So in that space, I would say the brand guideline is very key. consistency is very key, and brand positioning is also very key. Regardless, start by doing a logo. When you create a logo, agree on the color. When you agree on the colors, agree on the font. When you agree on the font, make sure whatever design you're doing inside the business resonates with the logo color and your business card. That way, you are building desirability.
Well, another thing I want to ask is that how do you push this brand? Advert is not easy. This guy doesn't have a lot of money. You know, uh, he doesn't have a lot of money. He's starting small and he wants to still push the brand. What are the little effort people can do to push their brand? What are the little effort you think people can do?
Pushing brand in this part of the world is not easy. But I keep saying something. You must first and first you need to do is to understand your target audience. You can't just push a brand to everyone. So you must have a target market and a target audience. Now, when you define a clear target audience and you define a clear target market, then you start from there. If you don't have enough money and you know your target audience are on LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever it is, go there clean. Don't give them too busy stuff. Just put something out there every day. Be consistent with it. Then if you have small money, you must have a strategic process in everything. With the $1 you're putting out there, the 2 cents you're putting out there, you must be very, very strategic and understand your target market. Sometimes you don't even need internet to publicize it. You can even do door to door. You can even print flyers and take it to your target market. They will read it. So there is no one road to a successful marketing or putting the business out there. But you just have to be strategic and work in accordance with your budget. As your budget increases, then you also expand. But you want to start a business, for instance, you only have $2,000. And because you see every other person doing, Amazon is doing something on the internet, and Google is doing something, Paystack is doing something, LV is doing the same thing, and you just feel with your $2,000 you can play in that space. No, you can't. Because every company, especially wine and spirit, they have what they call the A&P. And the A&P, which is the advertising and promotion budget, is what they give to the franchises, the distributors, the brand representative to use to represent them, to push the business out there. So don't compete, but rather tailor your marketing to your budget.
Wow.
And be consistent with that.
Your marketing to your budget. Wow.
Budget, yes.
Wow. That is really, really amazing. Really amazing. It's always a good time to have great guys like you around. I know a lot of people are here asking. Some people say, where is your next move? What's your next move? They know that you're in Nigeria right now. What's your next move? Question. Some people say, what's your next move? So what's your next move? That's what they're asking. So let's know.
No, my next move actually is to take Booze.ng everywhere. We plan to expand across Africa and all over the world. But want to start with West Africa and Nigeria. So we're planning to move to the north, Abuja. We're planning to move to Port Harcourt. We're planning to move to Ghana. Ghana is very key to us. We want to move to Ghana. We want to move to Cameroon. We want to move to South Africa. These are the plans. And all these plans, we're looking within 24 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where you believe in team. But when you micromanage people, you cannot even move.
Hmm.
You don't micromanage people. You trust them. You trust them to succeed. You trust them to fail. And they will learn. They will learn from their mistake and they will grow from it.
Okay, quick one. Let's just address that. Thank you, Ukraine. Thank you, Shield. Thank you, Tony. A lot of people are really calling in from everywhere. You guys, thank you. So I need to see more people. Tell us where you are calling from. We can see people from the UK, from Nigeria, from Lagos, from Abuja, from Ogun State. So people are calling from everywhere, coming in from everywhere. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have learned one or two things. Drop what you think you learned, drop, and what you think you want him to talk about next, because we're rounding up. It's usually a 1 hour program. I will held him down for running to 1 hour now. So if you have anything, I will let him speak on it quickly. So quick one there. There's so many things I want us to talk about, but I want to talk something that is always a concern for a lot of people. If you look at the time you launch and raise fund almost immediately. You raise fund almost immediately. And some people feel that this kind of thing is not possible, that you can't launch at the same time, raise fund almost immediately. Some people say no. But I know that basically they will have a reason for that. They will have a reason for you to achieve that kind of start, raise money immediately and launch and start growing so quickly like that. So what are the strategies you think a young startup should begin to work on, or somebody who is working that want to launch almost immediately? They don't see this. Everybody has a bill, and people are always they don't want to get they have responsibility and all of that. They want to do what they want to do. They want to build their own business. They want to do amazing things. They want to create impact and all of that. What do you think? What is the two or one thing that you think? How can they do it? Let me put it basically. How can they do it that they don't have to have so much of gestation period? Let me know what it means. When I resigned from a job, okay, I had what they call gestation period, okay, where there was no money for almost like a year. So it was not usually. The good thing is I was a young man.
Yeah.
No wife, nothing. Just myself. So it was easier for me to take such decision. So and a lot of people right now are telling you they have wives, they have everything, they have responsibility, but at the same time they want to create impact. What are the advice you think you can advise them to quickly get to do what they want to do and be able to raise money on time and move faster?
Okay, I'm gonna answer, but I'm gonna ask a question, because now the question is, when you look around yourself, right? What is your network? Then the second question, your network, right? So when you are working in a company, what I do is this. When I was working with LVMH, I was building a network. So it was not just the money, it was the network. I was networking. So when I resigned from LVMH, it took me just 4 months to set up this structure in the heart of Victoria Island. And how did I do it? It's the network that I've built over the years that transcend to become the net worth.
Wow. The network that you have built
over the years. So a network.
The network that you have built over the years.
Yes.
Into the network.
The network.
It's amazing. It's amazing. You know why I say it's amazing? Because sometimes we don't have true network.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I mean by that. people might tend to respond to you because you are holding some certain roles. I know all of that. But
Yeah.
the way you move, that network might not move with you. So,
Of
but if
course.
you have those genuine, so I believe that what has worked for you, that you have built genuine relationship that goes
That's
beyond
it.
that go beyond
That's
profitability,
right.
that go
That's
beyond benefit.
right.
You have built some level
That's
of service
right.
to people. You serve
That's
people
right.
while you had an
That's
opportunity
right.
to. So you serve
That's
people,
right.
and in turn, when
That's
you
right.
move, they move with you.
That's
Wow, that's
right.
so. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So it's very key. It's very, very key that wherever you're working, whatever you're doing, you need to build a strong network because that network will transcend to your net worth. There is no
Wow,
two ways about it. Because
wow,
when you don't have the network, nobody will recommend, nobody will refer, nobody will
wow,
trust because you build trust, you earn
wow.
it, and you build it. So how do you want to build trust in a presentation? How? They don't even know you. They don't know what you like. They don't know your favorite meal. They don't know your favorite sports. And you
Wow.
think you just go with a fancy laptop and do a presentation and they'll be like, oh wow, very lovely presentation. Take $2 million. How? It's not possible. But when you're doing this presentation to your network, they call you by your first name, they have a coffee with you, and they listen. They
Wow.
listen.
Well, I see. It's just on but let's not go to another level. We're almost rounding up. This is the last question for
Okay.
you. Like people who have not been able to build good network, what can they start doing to start building the right network?
No, to start building the right network first is remove every negativity from your thought process. Every bad thing you've learned, unlearn them and start learning new things. Always see yourself like work in progress. Like I tell my team, I told even my cleaner, I told the security that they are more smarter than I am. I said, I am work in progress. So when you see yourself as work in progress, you see yourself that all your team members are smarter than you are giving room for growth. And you need a personal growth. You need peace of mind. So if you don't have a network yet, you can build a network. And the way you can build this network starts by building yourself, by unlearning the things that you think you know. Because sometimes we feel we know too much. And when we know too much, we know nothing.
Wow, wow, that's when you know too much, you know nothing.
You know
So,
nothing.
so
Yeah.
we are work in progress. Wow, wow,
We are
wow,
work
wow.
in progress. That's
This
right.
is the group CEO
So
of
let them start.
Booze.ng. Wow, wow. It's really amazing. It's really amazing to have you. And honestly speaking, we want to say a very big thank you.
Thanks for
We want
having
to
me.
thank
Thanks
you
for having
because
me.
we are building a global brand, and I want to tell you, don't relent. See how you can create
Thank
more
you.
impact and try keep spreading the good news. We need more people like you to break
Thank
out
you
and
very
build
much.
great things all over the world and keep making
Thank you.
Africa proud. Guy, so we keep talking, man. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. It's really, really amazing to have Timdao, the group CEO of Booze.ng. It's really, really amazing, amazing, amazing guy. I met this guy so many years ago, and we became friends. And I've seen what he has done from being of service to his company. Now is running his own business, and he's also doing an amazing job. And from day one, he was able to get an investor to invest in his business. That is really an amazing thing. Sometimes people need to do some level of running before you begin to finally raise fund. But this is amazing things to know. And I want to encourage more people, as you have said, we need to build our network so that we can build our networks. I think it's high time that we begin to take people around us seriously. Every opportunity is an opportunity to build your network. We shouldn't just begin to ignore people. Let's find a way to be of service to people around us, uh, because you don't know when they'll become useful. Even at the place of work, our customer can be our next investor. Our customer, our colleague can be our next partners. If you have this mindset, we'll begin to start treating people right and begin to respect people and begin to be on our best. As you have said, we are all work in progress. Everybody, we are work in progress. We learn from each other, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to build network. Don't be afraid to network, and start with your within your budget. You say one, you don't need to have all the money. Find a way where your customer, your audience lies, and see how you can start within your budget and begin to create impact in your smaller space. I believe if you begin to create something very effectively in a smaller way, that enough can become an attraction to your next move. Guys, I want to say a very big thank you for always coming by. This is our last session with Sam on Entrepreneur Diary. Thank you, guys, and we want to say to have a wonderful new year, and wish you a greater years ahead. And let's keep talking. If you want to ask anything, you need any information, don't hesitate to drop me a message in my inbox, and I will definitely reply everyone. Do have a good evening. Bye for now.